Alright, back to our adventures with Maury and Mitch, the audiovisual on page 18. In the March of 1995, a limousine carrying Ted Koppel, the host of ABC TV's Nightline, pulled up to the snow-covered curb outside Maury's house in West Newton, Massachusetts. Maury was in a wheelchair full time now, getting used to helpers lifting him like a heavy sack from the chair to the bed, and the bed to the chair. He had begun his cough while eating, and chewing was a chore. His legs were dead. He would never walk again. Yet, he refused to be depressed. Instead, Maury had become a lightning rod of ideas. He jotted down his thoughts on yellow pads, envelopes, folders, scrap paper. He wrote bite-sized philosophies about living in death's shadow. Accept what you are able to do and what you are not able to do. Accept the past as the past, without denying it or discarding it. Learn to live for yourself and to forgive others. Don't assume that it's too late to get involved. After a while, he had more than 50 of these aphorisms. Aphorisms is an important word. It means little bite-sized philosophies, which he shared with his friends. One friend, a fellow professor named Maury Stein, was so taken with the words that he sent them to the Boston Globe reporter, who came out and wrote a long feature story on Maury. The headline read, "A Professor's Final Course, His Own Death." The article caught the eye of a producer from the Nightline show, who brought it to Ted Koppel in Washington, D.C. "Take a look at this," the producer said. Next thing you knew, there were cameramen in Maury's living room, and Koppel's limousine was in front of the house. Several of Maury's friends and family members had gathered to meet Koppel, and when the famous man entered the house, they buzzed with excitement. All except Maury, who was wheeled himself forward, raised his eyebrows, and interrupted the clamor with his high sing-song voice. "Ted, we need to check you out first before I agree to do this interview." There was an awkward moment of silence. Then the two men were ushered into the study. The door was shut. "Man," one friend whispered outside the door, "I hope Ted goes easy on Maury." "I hope Maury goes easy on Ted," said the other. Inside the office, Maury motioned for Koppel to sit down. He crossed his hands in his lap and smiled. "Tell me something close to your heart," Maury began. "My heart?" Koppel studied the old man. "All right," he said cautiously, and he spoke about his children. They were close to his heart, weren't they? "Good," Maury said. "Now tell me something about your faith." Koppel was uncomfortable. "I usually don't talk about such things with people I've only known for like a few minutes." "Ted, I'm dying," Maury said, peering over his glasses. "I don't have a lot of time here." Koppel laughed. "All right, faith." He quoted a passage from Marcus Aurelius, something he felt strongly about. Maury nodded. "Now, if you find out who Marcus Aurelius is, I will give you extra credit." Maury nodded. "Now, let me ask you something," Koppel said. "Have you ever seen my program?" Maury shrugged. "Twice, I think." "Twice? That's all? Don't feel bad. I've only seen Oprah once." "Well, the 2 times you saw my show, what did you think?" Maury paused. "To be honest, yeah. I thought you were a narcissist." "Ha!" Koppel burst into laughter. "I'm too ugly to be a narcissist." A narcissist is a person that thinks like incredibly too highly of themselves. They're obsessed with themselves and they think they're like the best person ever. Alright, I'm going to continue on page 21 in just a minute, so hold off.